hope you're all doing well, and thank you for checking out this video. I wanted to talk about the state of the channel and the results of the survey, and I thought maybe a video is a better way than a wall of text, so I'll try to keep it short. I should like to mention that no matter the things I say coming up, I'm not feeling pessimistic or hopeless, nor am I giving up or anything. In fact, I'm filled with more determination to make things better for myself and the streams. But first of all, last month felt pretty bad for a few reasons. I had my lowest follower gain with 15 followers since April 2022, which was 6. That is the lowest in 2 years, and while I had a comparable average viewer number, that was only because that one huge raid which raised the monthly value by a whole 5 points by itself. If not for that, it would be 24, the lowest value since October 2023, which was also 24, and comparable to the values of the second half of the 2023 in general. One should never ascribe meanings to such dips in numbers. I'm well aware of that, but it still is a bit disheartening for me. And it is not that I did not gain followers, but more that I had so many unfollowers. I know a lot of those unfollows must be bot accounts or other temporary follows, but the numbers in general point to a regression in the growth of the channel. It's still a wonder to me that I am earning anything playing games. This month, thanks to your generosity, I earned around $130 after cuts and taxes. Last few months, at special occasions like the channel anniversary on January, Twitch being blocked where I am in February, and people donating to a VPN so I could continue streaming, and my birthday was in March. It was expected for me to earn less with nothing special going on, and even with the dips in other numbers, $130 is about the average of what I made per month in the last year. That being said, about 1/3 of the total was donated by a single person, so I don't want anyone to feel I'm not thankful or that I am asking you to give me more money, but it's clear there was a general dip in the people financially supporting me as well. The channel in general has seen constant growth since I started streaming almost 2.5 years ago, but it feels slow. That's not necessarily a terrible thing. In general, what matters is the constant growth, no matter the size. Yet when I see newer channels grow in bigger leaps and sustain 40-50 viewers every stream, I cannot help but feel I must be doing some things wrong. I stream on average 35 hours over 6 days every week. I work a lot to improve the quality of the streams, add or improve interactive elements. It's always on my mind, and that's not an exaggeration, so I think I am working as hard as I can to put out the highest quality streams as I can. I know I do not work enough towards building and improving relationships with other streamers. It's not that I neglect it because I don't care about other streamers, but social anxiety allows me to do only so much. I especially have trouble being more visible and active in bigger channels. I also don't like advertising what I do. Branding, marketing, and self-advertisements are huge issues for me. A lot of you are streamers who are regulars in the channel. Give me shoutouts, raid me, do other things to support me, and I value that greatly. I do not have that kind of relationship with bigger streamers who can actually very easily help grow smaller communities they support. I have seen that time and time again, and I just don't have that, so that's completely on me, and it explains in parts why I have been able to grow only as much as I have, even with all the hours that I put towards streaming. So all of that leads me to believe my best is just not good enough. Again, one should never compare oneself to other channels, as there are countless factors to why and how a channel grows, but it's still an indicator of my content not getting much attention compared to similar channels, and no matter how much I try not to get affected by it, I sometimes do. Now, why am I telling you all these? It's certainly not to make you take pity on me and ask you for more attention. It's to set the stage of the reality that I find myself in. Full-time streaming with how it looks right now is not sustainable for me. I'm 39. I have spent a long time in academia before giving up on it. I have had many jobs, from teaching to translation to transcription to editing, but the only thing that has really made me feel I am doing something right for myself, something that can make me happy, is streaming. I genuinely enjoy streaming the games I love, and forming a community around that shared hobby. So I feel terrible about the very real possibility that I will have to stop and get a regular paying job. I have had the luxury of trying and failing and investing time into this career choice for the last 2.5 years. And I still do have that luxury thanks to the support and understanding of my family, but it won't be there forever. It won't even be there for a long time. Around $600 is the minimum wage where I live, and that is my ultimate goal. Yet, I can hardly make 1/4 of that amount. The monthly goal you see on the screen during streams is about half of the minimum wage. That is my realistic goal, and if I cannot start consistently reaching that, I will have to consider quitting and getting another job. I do not know how much time I have left or how much time I should allow myself, but I want to continue streaming as much as I do for as long as I do. So I'm not setting any time limits or any channel growth goals for myself, yet the reality of the situation is not looking up. As I said at the beginning, I'm not hopeless. I'm not pessimistic. I think things will look up and channel will grow, there will be more activity, and I will start earning a sustainable amount of money. I'm filled with more determination to make it happen because I absolutely have to make it happen. I have had depression and anxiety problems most of my adult life. Streaming and being in this community, forming around the channel, has been the only things that have truly made me happy. So I have to keep going and succeed. Even the slightest forms of your support I see give me the strength necessary to keep going. So I thank each and every one of you for being here, enjoying the streams, engaging with the community, and supporting me in your own way. I owe you a great deal. Now, after all that, we can actually start talking about the survey. As a lot of you know, I have had a survey running for the last month or so about how members of the community feel about the different elements of the streams and what could be done to improve them. I have received 23 responses. In general, there is not much in there that I was not already expecting to see. It was people who cared about the channel and liked the content who took the time to fill the survey, so I was not expecting anyone to complain too much. So the results are obviously skewed with regards to the expectations of the larger populace. Yet, it is still a good indicator about what I can improve to make it so that the people who are around and who care about the success of the channel are happier, and strengthen the foundations and make it feel better for new arrivals to the community. So, with that in mind, let's start looking at the specifics. First question, which of these do you like engage with in the channel? Shows that only half of the responders are actually interested in the sound effects, and only a few people are actually interested in the clip shoutouts for raiders. The majority enjoy and interact with the D666 and critical hits, and almost everyone is active in chat. This shows me the interactive elements in the chat, in the channel, are partly what keep you coming back. From rolling to evolumeter to boosting games, people are coming to the streams partly to engage with them, which makes them positive elements to keep working on. Question 2. Which of these do you dislike, feel hurts your viewing experience? Has been skipped by a total of 17 responders, so it is safe to say not too many people are actively annoyed by those same interactive elements, at least among the responders. 4 people stated they feel clip shoutouts hurt their viewing experience. Combined with the responses of the first question where it was shown there was not a big interest in them in the first place, clip shoutouts are certainly something to think about. Question 3 responses show that not a single one of the responders is affected negatively when engaging with critical hit boosts and polls but not getting their favorite game selected. I only ever wanted critical hits to be a fun toy, to make the community select games for me to play, and never ever thought someone would take it too seriously. And the responses show that it has been largely successful with that goal in mind. While I do in fact know that some people are affected by not being able to get their game selected and are put off from boosting and voting anymore, I guess that's a minority that did not participate in the survey. Question 4. How do you feel about the no backseating policy? Half of the responders were in favor of keeping the streams no backseat, while 7 did not care about the issue at all. 4 people said they'd prefer to be able to backseat and take an active role in helping the games progress. and not a single person thinks spoilers should be allowed. Now, backseating is a really weird issue on streams. You cannot fully prevent it. You cannot realistically control how much of it you allow. Unsolicited backseating really hurts my own experience, yet asking for help only when I want it leads to a more inactive chat in general. Having said all these, I think it's still favorable to keep the no backseat policy as it is. Question 5. How do you feel about the ads on the channel? Shows that the majority don't see ads during the streams. This was expected, as people who take the time to fill the survey care about the streams more than most and are subscribed. 4 people stated they prefer pre-rolls, as most of you who watch regularly join the stream, tolerating the initial pre-roll and then keep the ad-free viewing for the rest of the stream. Only 1 person said they prefer regular ads. More on this after the next 2 questions. Question 6. How would you feel if the channel switched to regular ads, that is 3 minutes per hour? Similarly shows a majority does not care, as they do not see the ads, and 1 person prefers regular ads. 5 people stated they would dislike the switch, yet would keep coming to the streams as much as they already do. And only 2 people said they would either watch the streams less often or not watch at all. Question 7. Which one do you think is the best for the channel? Bear in mind, ads cannot be disabled completely. This was a surprising result for me. 10 people said pre-rolls are best, while 10 others said regular ads are best, while 3 said a combination of both is favorable. The tie between pre-rolls and mid-rolls is really interesting, but not altogether unexpected, since most of the responders do not see ads at all. They wouldn't see the regular ads either, and pre-rolls are objectively the biggest factor in hindering the growth of a channel. In summary of these 3 questions, you are telling me that regular ads will help the channel, even if it will hurt the current viewers and maybe lead to loss in views in the short term. Question 8 was about what the responders did to support the stream. All of them are in Discord, yet only 20 of them are followers. I think this is a mistake. I do not think I have anyone on Discord who is not a follower who would fill the survey. 19 engage with the bot commands such as D666, with glitz and the SFX. 18 of them regularly watch, 17 of them lurk, 17 of them are active in chat. The 2 are obviously not mutually exclusive and changes for everyone from time to time, so responses are understandably overlapping. These were high numbers as expected. Also 14 responders stated they were subs, which is slightly over half of the responses. Only 11 responders are YouTube subs, and 4 of them like the videos. That is not completely unexpected, as I have no YouTube exclusive content or edited videos, but I hope to somehow grow the YouTube channel in the long run and perhaps make it a source of income. So clicking those buttons actually helps me a lot and costs nothing for you, so why not do it right now? As for the rest, 11 responders tell others about my stream, hopefully only positive things. 8 said they recommend games, sound effects, and or the 666 characters. 7 said they raid me after their streams, and 4 recommend me as raid targets on other streams. 6 people said they cheer bits, and 2 of them are Patreon supporters. All of this is extra engagement and support and are never expected of anyone, and I am happy to see so many of you do these. Some of this helps improve the viewing experience for others, some of them help me financially or help grow the channel, but all of them always and without fail put a smile to my face and help me psychologically, and are more than I expected to accomplish when I started this journey. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get to question 9. Your recommendations for the channel or me to improve your viewing experience. I'll respond to them individually. Number 1. I prefer streams that stick with one game at a time rather than different games on different days. I stream 6 days a week, and I find a variety of games to be more enjoyable and healthy for me. But that's exactly why I have the highly regular and scheduled theme days. Friday to Sunday is always critical hits, which are community selected RPGs. Monday is always viewer requests or sponsored variety, and Tuesday, Wednesday is point and click adventures or a variety of other games I selected for myself. If you're interested in only one of the active games, you know exactly which days to watch and which ones not to. 2. A suggestion voting system for the point and clicks to be played, bringing Barbie back to life. While there is no systematic way for point and click recommendations, you can always recommend one to me in either casual conversation or in the suggestions channel in Discord. I do not want another voting system for point and clicks. I want to select them myself, but I'm always very open to suggestions. That being said, sadly Barbie is dead and will probably not be back ever. So 3. More sound commands are always nice, maybe some special bits only once or channel points once. We are adding more and more sound commands every week. I do not dislike I do not like the idea of bits only sound effects, especially when we have around 1500 of them with commands for subs and VIPs, or even randomizers that can be played free by everyone. But I think channel points sound effects make sense if I make the randomizers into channel point redeems for people who prefer clicking buttons to typing commands. So thank you for the suggestion. 4. Give parrot more burp seed. Always. 5. Less reloading, more trying to deal with the consequences when something goes wrong. I occasionally do this, but admittedly not often. I just enjoy a story more when I can write it the way I want, especially since I tend to play a game only once on stream. I also would like to see the consequences of my intended actions rather than what ends up happening at times. I also would like to explore different outcomes by reloading to previous saves and trying other things and choosing what I prefer in the end. These are just my personal ways of enjoying a playthrough, but I do understand the allure of your suggestions, and there are times and games which I reload less and deal with the consequences more. This is certainly an active thought in my mind, and thank you for mentioning it. 6. A redeem to give parrot crackers and a counter to keep track of how many. That's a great idea. I will certainly add that command. Thank you for the suggestion. Did you know you could recommend commands such as this one through a channel point redeem? 7. Hot tub streams. Not a chance, buddy. Not a chance. Not happening. And I know exactly who you are, okay? 8. I think boosting is good, but I wonder if it really needs the TTS voice. It can be a bit distracting, annoying sometimes. I have been trying out new ways for the boosts to make them less disruptive of the stream. I think it needs the TTS, but maybe it does not have to be such a long line spoken, especially if I continue to boost only during breaks and not as the boosts come in like I used to. I do not really need to be alerted to the fact that boosts are happening right that very moment. So I will adjust the TTS to try and make less disruptive while keeping the acknowledgements. But thank you for the suggestion. 9. Maybe allow a handful of sounds for viewers to use for free, maybe a couple of hello sounds. We have that already. Not only hello sounds, but all of the randomizers are free to use by everyone, not just subs. You can find all the randomizers listed in the SFX page over at Mytrel Hub. They are right at the top of the main page, colored brownish. The link is mytrelhub.versal.app/SFX. So that was the survey. Having gone over it, I think I will talk a little bit about what changes I consider making. First of all, I will lower the volume of all SFX and TTS slightly, maybe even unnoticeably slightly, but to help make them less disruptive. I will shorten certain TTS lines as well. I will consider removing the clip shoutouts, but I haven't made a decision yet. I personally like having them. It feels like a proper welcome and is fun to see a highlight of what happens over at the visiting channel. But if people are not amused as much as I am, then maybe it's best to remove them. I will try to come up with more ways to make YouTube and Patreon more alluring for viewers. I honestly do not know what to do, and I'm very open to suggestions. I feel especially Patreon is important to make more attractive, as it is a great way to support me financially that takes much smaller cuts than Twitch does and has choices for as low as €1 per month. But since I offer no exclusive rewards over there, that makes it an uninteresting option for a majority of the viewers. Finally, and maybe most importantly, I have been emboldened by your responses to switch to regular ads. It will be 3 minutes per hour, which will disable pre-rolls completely. There will be ways to easily keep track of an approaching ad by both myself and you as viewers, and I will try to take short breaks during those 3 minutes, or at least not do anything very important story-wise, depending on the game. They might even help me get up, stretch, and hydrate more often during streams, which is something I sorely need to do for my physical health, and I will also add the critical hits boosts only during ad breaks. So I will make the changes I talked about in the upcoming weeks. Please do let me know about how you feel about them, how they affect you, and any and all suggestions you might have. I would also love to hear your comments about this video in general. This is the first time I do anything like this. I barely speak to anyone about how I am doing or how the channel is doing, and not even with the people closest to me, so it feels completely awkward for me to make a video like this. I'm an introvert with some social anxiety, so opening up like this is a weird feeling, but I hope you have found this useful or even enjoyable. As always, thanks for being here and watching. Be well and take care, and see you next time.